for my sensors. Well, we finally made it. At last, we can set you free from your curse, Kanan.
I'd appreciate it if you could hurry. I really don't want something like this in my head any longer than I need to.
Hey, just what is the data inside of Kanan anyway?
Put simply, it contains the identity of the mastermind behind the Miltian conflict.
Hold on a second. The mastermind behind the conflict was...
The madman Joachim Mizrahi. At least that's what everyone thinks. But just because most people believe something doesn't necessarily mean that it's true.
Wait, what do you mean?
You're about to find out. You're familiar with the UTIC organization?
Sure. It's the organization established by Joachim Mizrahi to study the Zohar.
We've gone through hell thanks to them.
So what about the UTIC?
The UTIC organization was originally a part of the Federation. Professor Mizrahi was apparently using the data he obtained from studying the Zohar to convert UTIC into a military organization. But he never actually told the Federation government. He kept them in the dark. But there's something else that's strange about this. It takes an enormous amount of money to fund research and weaponry. Yet there's no evidence that the Federation ever provided that kind of financial backing.
So someone else was funding them from behind the scenes?
That's right. Almost all of the UTIC organization's enterprises were nothing more than dummy corporations. That is, all except one.
Just one?
This data includes recorded information regarding a business known as Hyams. It's highly likely that this company was the one that actually provided the money. And the head of the Hyams outfit, a man named Heinlein, happens to be one of the cardinals of the immigrant fleet.
So, are you saying that the UTIC organization has connections to the immigrant fleet?
Did Daddy have connections to the immigrant fleet too?
No. I presume Professor Mizrahi was merely being used. Their objective was to acquire research data on the Zohar. Even the Realian outbursts that sparked the Miltian conflict were believed to be part of their experiments. But something else happened that they couldn't have predicted.
Udu awoke, and the door to purgatory opened.
And the Gnosis appeared.
Everyone must have thought it was the end of the world. But that didn't happen. Momo, the truth of the matter is, your father wasn't a madman at all. In the ensuing chaos, Professor Mizrahi had to make a vital decision in order to prevent the worst-case scenario.
What decision?
He knew he had to somehow isolate the Zohar, Udu, and all of Miltia, and seal their power in a place where no one could touch it.
So, the reason Miltia was swallowed up by the Abyss was because Professor Mizrahi...
A great many people were sacrificed for his sake. That's probably the reason he brought judgment down upon himself, to put an end to everything. Your father tried to save the world you were about to be born into. And then he entrusted his secrets to you, the one he could trust most.
Daddy? I knew it. I'm so happy.
Wait a second. So if we just hand over the Zohar to the immigrant fleet, they'll...
Yes. They will likely repeat the tragedy from 14 years ago. Please go on without me. I'm going to send this data to Representative Helmer. Kanan, please handle the data backup.
Understood.
You. I see. No wonder the air defense system was useless. Right? You are TV?
Don't call me that!
That Helmer. He certainly managed to assemble an impressive ensemble. But your coming here now is pointless. We've already accomplished our objective. The Zohar is now under our control. There's nothing you can do. The outcome is already decided.
What the hell are you thinking? That thing is way beyond anything you can handle. Do you have any idea what's gonna happen?
Of course I do. The annoying Gnosis, as well as a few pathetic weed-like humans, who are arguably even more worthless than the Gnosis, are going to disappear. Just like Ariadne.
You bastard!
But weak as your position is, we still can't allow anything to interfere with our plans. Time to die! It's been 14 years, hasn't it, Uzuki?
Personally, I would have preferred to never see you again.
Jin!
The blade is for carving one's heart, not for turning against the masses. That's what our master once said, was it not?
This is perfect. I can't believe you're still a part of this, Uzuki. Once again, you insist on standing against me.
There were still a few things I wanted to look into. These people were nice enough to give me a lift.
Absurd.
Nothing has changed here. You know, it was careless of you not to erase those records 14 years ago. Now you can never return to the Federation. Or perhaps, were you a bit too busy to worry about that at the time?
I see you still talk too much. Very well. If you really want to know, you'll have to use that sword to make me talk.
Naturally. That was my intent.
Do not expect this to end like it did before. Uzuki! It's been far too long, Uzuki. This feeling of exhilaration.
I told you. I won't allow a monster like you to inherit my grandfather's technique.
Bold words from such a fool.
I shouldn't have spent my time running a used bookstore. I regret that now.
I'll make sure you die a painful death someday. Uzuki! I'll send all of you to your graves!